What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Beyond Ordinary podcast. We're connected with great people doing great things to inspire you to do the same, man. I got a great guest today, a DMV legend. He hit me up and we just, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the turnaround to get this pod together, I've never done something like that, like less than 24 hours, but you know
like
what I'm
12
saying?
hours, yeah.
Like, yeah,
Like
basically 12 hours, but I was like, hey, he got some motion. We got a lot of things in common. So I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. I got my boy Nebs here with me today. How you doing today, my guy?
Blessed, bro. Blessed and highly favored.
Good. Yeah, he about to literally move to LA in like 2 days?
Yeah, Monday,
Monday,
yeah.
Bro, why you dipping? Like for good or this like for business?
I
or
mean,
what?
honestly, I don't know if it's for good. I say like 1 to 2 years. Like
Okay.
I want to really see what happens out there because, for what I'm doing, it just makes a lot of sense, you know?
Okay. And like, what can you explain to the people what you mean by that?
Yeah. So like I do lots of things we're going to dive into, but
For sure.
one of the main reasons why I'm moving out there is because I'm going to be doing marketing for a content house.
You said a content house?
Yeah,
What does that
yeah.
even mean?
So a content house is a house full of content creators, influencers. So we got 2 artists. Then we got 2 other guys who run hospitality nightlife, Miami, New York, and now LA. And they're like, yo, we need a marketing guy like to help us blow up, run everything. So
Okay.
marketing is the key for a lot of things.
So is it like when you say marketing house? I'm not gonna lie, I'm over here thinking like it's like a frat house, just,
Like a TikTok
yeah,
house.
like
Yeah, there are those, but it's not that type. We're gonna be a little more like on the business side of things.
Got you.
Yeah.
And like, you gonna be staying in the house with them? You gonna have your own crib? Like, what's it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be in the house with them. We're starting off right now with like an investment property. Start off with that for a month, turn that to an Airbnb, and then move into the actual content house.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, let's talk about your background in content. Like, what got you into content marketing?
Man, I mean, honestly, I've been doing content for a while. Like even since like 2012, 2010. Like when I was in middle school, I was doing skits, bro. Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, what was that? Like when Vine came out? Or
yeah, literally. I was doing like Vines, like all them little funny videos, and I always naturally had a love for content. But I think I got a little more serious in high school. You know, the little news channel, like you get to have the school news.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
So I took that class and she gave me full creative control. And then people were walking up to me in the hallways like, yo, that episode was fire. That was so funny. Like Valentine's Day, I'll do skits like The Love Doctor.
Okay.
And it was just like, I kind of liked how people were reacting to us. I was like, maybe I should take this a little more serious.
Okay. And you started taking it serious in what, high school?
No, so after high school, I graduated, went to college.
After. Okay.
And in college, I met my roommate. We started a YouTube channel on campus called Swim Team. And that blew up on campus. Like people were walking up to us randomly in the cafeteria, yo, swim team. We go to our house party, swim team. We always had a camera with us.
That's so dope. So like, what type of content was you guys making in college? Like, and how did that come about?
Yeah, so it was mainly like house party content. So I went to a party school. I went to West Virginia University.
Okay.
Yeah, we're infamously known for burning couches, throwing crazy parties.
Burning couches.
And like, me and my boy were like, why don't we document this? Like, this is crazy. The shit we're doing is crazy. Like, this probably somebody else gonna see this in another school, be like, yo, they really be doing this. Like, we had one video, we got tear gassed by the police because like we was throwing a block party.
What?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So it's hit our mind. Like, we love doing it. There's a demand for it, so why not, integrate it? Yeah.
Good. Man, that's dope. So like, how long you guys did all 4 years? Like, how'd you go?
So we did the first 2 years, and then like the thing is when we do something with someone, you guys have to see eye to eye on everything. And we didn't see eye to eye on certain things, and like we peacefully just agreed, like, yo, I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing. He's making music right now. He's actually a fire music artist. Yeah, definitely. I recommend people check his stuff out. But I got the opportunity to run a kind of like a promoting account out there for Snapchat. It was a party promotion account.
Okay.
So the guy that ran it graduated, and it had 40,000 subscribers on it already for the entire campus. So he's like, yo, Nebs, I know you're lit. You do lit shit. I want to hand you this account, take over, just make sure the name's still running.
Okay.
Gave it to me, and then I basically became like a college promoter. I was getting paid just to go to bars, just post their flyers.
Bro, I'm saying that's the life, man. Just getting paid to party, bro.
Yeah. And it opened my eyes. Just incredible. I started to make content. I took it a little more serious like the other people. Like I would actually go hunt down content. Like I was paying people like $5, $10 to send me like little Snapchat videos. Like if it was like a viral Snapchat video. So then I took it a little more serious, and it grew to like 60,000 followers before. Okay,
so you got thrown the Snapchat page. What were you doing on Snapchat? Because Snapchat's more so IRL, like in the moment. So what did that content look like that was kind of, I guess, different from what you were doing before, or if it was different?
Yeah, no, it was a little different. So it was called Mountaineer Snap. So it was mainly WVU oriented content. So like football games, I'd be at tailgates or posting flyers for parties in the campus or like memes that were funny on campus. So it was like really geared specifically to the students compared to my channel. It was like our channel just partying, like nightlife in general.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, man, party scene, because like I was telling you, like how I met Juice, like me and him, we collabed on a few parties. So how did you get into the nightlife scene?
Yeah, so like I'm not fully immersed into the nightlife scene. Like I'm not like a promoter or anything, but like I've
Right.
always been around it. So like
Like
that was my
adjacent.
segue. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my segue into it, like during college. And then, you know, when I came out here, I thought about doing like nightlife still, but I kind of segued into just taking my business a little more serious. And now here I am coming back into nightlife when I moved to LA. So
Man, what made you not want to fully dive into nightlife and to go a different route?
it does look like it's all fun, but really it's taxing. It's really taxing on your body, bro, your mental health.
Bro.
Like at a certain point, you don't even want to see Casamigos no more. You see that, you like, yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. So, like, me and my boys, we started throwing parties in college in 2017, and then we kept it up. We kept going. Obviously, COVID fucked us over, but
Yeah,
I
that
mean, we
shit
came
was-
back in 2021, and then was it that year? Yeah, I think it was. So we came back fall of 2021. By spring of 2022, we linked up with this promoter who was talking about, yo, we could do something called Thursday University. We'll do it every Thursday. Like it will be lit, right? And I remember, I'll never forget, we was at my man's crib and we was like, bro, if we just had a place, like venues is the hardest part. Like if we just had a solid place we could go to every week, we'll be straight. So once we got the opportunity, we were like, oh, we're good.
Like, we gotta take that.
Bro, when I tell you, like we would like throw a party on Thursday, go crazy, be drunk as hell, like we be hungover, groggy, whatever. By the time like we recovered, we would look up and it's like Tuesday.
Yeah,
and it's
you're like, what
no,
the-
there's no way we're about to do this again on
Telling you,
Thursday. And
bro.
we did that for like I think 2 months, maybe 3. But like after that, we were
It
like,
catches up.
yeah. So like promoters who really do that full time, who do multiple like times a week, like Juice, you know, shout out him, man. Like I could literally just never do it. It's too much.
Yeah.
Like, way too much.
Yeah,
And we was
for sure.
and we was just on some turn up shit too. Like we wasn't really like trying to like, oh, we need to make a bag.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
more so
mean?
like some fun type shit. That's what
Exactly.
mine was too. Yeah. And I think when you come at it like that angle, it's like you get to enjoy it. But then, like you said, once
Exactly.
it turns into a job, it's like, okay, now it's a grind.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
job. It was like you said, like, you know, you don't even want to look at Casamigos no more. Like
None of
we
it.
was spending hella money and shit, like just on
Yeah.
drinks. Like it was just a lot. Like I mean, I don't regret it at all because like, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know what we didn't know. And plus I still had a great time. So
It's an experience
like,
for sure. It's an experience for sure.
I ain't even mad. So you said you dipped away from the promoter scene. Now you're coming back. So what is the
Yeah.
comeback looking like?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna be living with the guys who have a hospitality company in New York and LA at Group LA, about to take over. So like I'm gonna be helping them with the market side of things, but I'm gonna be helping with, you know, events and doing some promotion as well. So I'm still not gonna be like a full-time promoter, but like I'm gonna be
So it's gonna
in
be
the
more
mix.
so like I'm not I want to say professional, but like it's not gonna be like party promotion. It's gonna be like other
more
stuff.
so like celebrity events,
Got you.
like, you know, private parties. We're still gonna have like some couple clubs we work with, but like our main focus is gonna be on those because that's what's gonna bring in more money.
Got you. Okay, that's dope, man. So like, what if somebody came to you and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to blow up on like Instagram." Like for me, example, like if I
Yeah.
wanted to get my Instagram to like you got like 54K on Instagram, like how do I do it?
Yeah, bro. So I can give so many tips, so much advice, so many tools, but really the secret is posting. As cliche as it sounds. So I'm gonna tell you what, like specific amount though. We asked the guys at Meta, like we got a couple guys I know in Meta. He said literally the biggest thing they notice the guys popping off or anybody on Instagram is posting every single day. Because what's gonna happen is you're giving the algorithm a chance to catch that post and throw it up and just blow it up. And it's gonna reward you because you're keeping people on their platform. So if you keep hitting it every single day, but on top of that, that's the main one. Y'all already knew that. But some other like insider secrets type shit. So let me ask you a question. What do you think is the biggest metric Instagram looks at? Do you think it's like likes,
probably time on the
watch
platform.
time?
Yeah, watch
yeah,
time.
yeah,
whatever.
for sure. That's one of them, right? But like the main important one is comments.
Really?
They're looking at your comments because what that tells them is when they see your comments, if someone's scrolling and they stop and take their time out to go comment on your post, that shows the algorithm, oh, this must be a really engageful post.
Yeah.
They're keeping people on our platform. Let's push it up a little more. And you're getting more comments. Oh, this must be a viral post. They blow it up. They start getting your reach to a higher audience. So that's how you can rank higher in hashtags. You rank higher in your geolocation. Ultimately, that's how you get that viral post.
That's what's up. Damn. So somebody told me, and I don't know if this is true, that if you comment like emojis, that doesn't count.
Nah, literally, it doesn't. I'm glad you said
Really?
that. The
Damn.
secret, I'm giving a lot of sauce away, but it's like 3 words and 1 emoji. That's like the golden, that and above is like the golden comment.
Mhm.
So you know what's funny? You'll see a lot of viral posts, is people arguing in the comment sections.
Yeah.
That's why people post controversial content, or they'll misspell something in the video so you correct them,
Yeah.
or they'll put something wild in the background so they comment like, "Hey, yo, what is that?"
Mhm.
They're, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Okay. That's what's
Yeah.
up. But yeah, touching base on, back to what you said about posting every single day. So like, I actually started my own content agency
Heck yeah,
about a
bro.
year. I was just talking to Davion about this right before we started. It
Yeah.
was a year and a half ago where I go and partner with influencers slash YouTubers, and a lot of them were in the long form game. They didn't necessarily know how to do the short form. So I was like, all right, let me come in and cut up all their long form content and then
That's smart.
and distribute it and post it
That's
posted for them,
smart.
and I posted for them every single day. So I have like several clients. I actually just signed one like a pretty big podcast like literally yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great feeling because like when you work with like bigger podcasts, they got like producers, they got
It's
account,
organized.
bro.
You
It's
get everything
so
quick.
organized.
You send an email, you get it back 5 minutes.
I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, like, and so it
Yeah, I
takes them
love it.
so many layers. But I remember I went to sleep, woke up, and so then paying the invoice finally after like a month and a half of going back and forth. So
Wow.
I'm glad that you said that the key is posting. That's why I be trying to tell them. It's like, yo, like you got to post and you got to post every single day.
Yeah,
And that's
bro.
why even because I do that for myself and I do that for my clients and I already have the team. I do that for myself, like for my podcast. I post clips every single day and I post them everywhere. I just started posting them on LinkedIn just cause, like, you know what I mean?
Everywhere, bro. Blast it everywhere. You literally lose nothing from posting it somewhere on a platform.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you this.
Mhm.
As a social media manager, I worked with a lot of people. A lot of people don't survive that beginning 1 to 3 months because they're so demotivated because they're not getting likes.
Yeah.
They're not getting comments.
Man.
So it's gonna weed you out. It's like with anything in life, it's gonna weed you out who really wants it.
Yeah, bro. I'll say like I'm kind of getting tested right now because like I've been doing this
Oh, you're gonna
podcast
pop. You're gonna
for
pop.
like 5 months, right? Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. He's gonna pop.
Yeah, y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I don't remember everybody that was here like when I was on the ground level. But my first 3 months, like I did pretty well with the clips, and then they started to taper off. At least on Instagram they did. And I was like, you know what, it's okay, bro. Like, don't even worry about it. Like the key, like just stay consistent. Don't like worry about, oh my God, like I didn't get my viral hit or I'm not doing as good last month. Like it like is like it's not, everything's not linear. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'll come down a little
It almost
bit.
has to be a little delusional. Like you only have like, you look forward. After you post that video, it almost doesn't exist no more.
Yeah.
Like just whatever.
Facts.
Next one, on to the next one.
Facts, man. So cool. So like I know you have like this new deal in LA that you had, but like how did you start, like in terms of your social media managing? Like how did that start?
Yeah. Dope enough that you say that. So I was doing the content thing where I was posting like funny skits and videos. And I had a friend reach out to me I went to college with. He was only there for 1 semester, but like oddly enough, we connected.
Yeah. Okay.
And he dropped out. And then I hit him up. I seen his IG blowing. I'm like, hey, bro, what are you doing? He's like, hopped on the phone. He broke it down to me. He's working with like a marketing agency in Miami. And I signed up. I was like a client for 3 months. And then I was like, bro, this shit's changed my life. I want to help other people do the same thing.
Right.
So I became a manager. Now I'm like doing the marketing thing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that you met somebody that you really only saw for, let's say, what, 4 months, 5 months, and then dropped out, and he connects you. And now, like, that connection led you basically to where you are today. Like, if you never met him, who knows what
I don't know what I would have been doing.
I'm saying.
I might have been, I don't even know. I don't even want to think of it.
Bro, it's crazy to think about. Like, I think about that all the time. Like,
Was the power of networking?
Nah, about like one decision that you make can like change your whole like trajectory.
100%.
So for me, that decision was just why I always say that this is the best decision I ever made, was going to Howard University. That's where I graduated. So if I never went, bro, I'm trying to tell you, I would have been completely different, been doing some completely different shit if I never went.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah.
I think about that a lot, bro. I think about that a lot. I feel like there's alternate realities and different lives that we have. It's a one decision that you make could have went different ways.
Facts. Any other decisions that you look back that was like, damn, like this really catapulted me to
a lot. Even with college, like me deciding what college I was going to, I actually had a full ride football scholarship for a Division II college. Yeah.
And you turned it down?
Yeah, because I had an injury, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And they still offered me. And that was the only school that really offered me. My mom, then my African mother was like, I thought she was gonna push me, like, go get that free bag, like free college. She was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think you should just go to an actual school. I was like, what? I was like, what? She's like, think about it. You're gonna be an athlete. You get injured. What happens then?
Yeah.
And I think she knows. Like, I have a lot of cousins who play Division I sports. And she's like, she's seen them like lose their identity after the sport. Because a lot of these guys will play D1 football, D1 wrestling, and then once you graduate, it's like, what am I doing?
I'm
like,
saying, bro.
So unless you're going to the NFL, I don't know, or unless you genuinely believe you're gonna go to that league at the highest level, college sports. I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool. And so I played soccer for 8 years, and I really want, like, bro, I wanted to play in college so bad. I wanted to play in college so bad. Didn't get any offers. I was gonna try and walk on at Howard, but at the time, like, one, they were really bad. I think they only won one game the season before I had came to school. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like, I just had to really stop and think, like, bro.
Is this gonna get me to where I want to really be?
Exactly. And like, so it was my freshman year. My mans had told me how lit Howard was, and I'm like, all right, cool. But like, if I join the soccer team, one, I may not even get playing time, and two, even if just because I don't get playing time doesn't mean I'm gonna still have to go to practices and double
bro. It's a full-time job.
I'm saying,
like, I've seen my boys wake up 5 a.m, go to practice, go to class, team lunch. Then you go home, go to class, and you come back, shower, then you got team dinner, and then I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying,
that's crazy.
So doing all that to maybe not even play, and then on top of that, but what really got me was the fact that I was like, look, if I do this, this might be it. Like, I might not be able to do anything else.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm very glad that, like, I didn't do that. Not necessarily because I didn't love the sport. No, I love playing. Sometimes I wish I joined a Sunday league or some shit, but nah, like. The hour experience I had instead because I wasn't an athlete.
Yeah, man,
I
unbeatable. That's probably unbeatable for sure.
Bro. I wouldn't trade that for nothing. I was able to do basically everything.
Yeah.
You know, throwing parties, joining orgs, pledging. Like, oh, it was a great time. It was a great time. But you talked about, you know, how you had an African mother. You thought she was going to push you. How does she feel, or your family feel in general, about the life path that you're on? Because I know it's not traditional. Oh, go to school, be a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I love that question, because if you had asked me that a year ago or 2 years ago, my mom probably thought I was a crash out. She probably thought I was gonna fail at life. Because after I graduated in college, I moved back in with her. And I started my apartment in my college campus. I just started renting that out, just save up some money.
Right.
And she was just being on my ass, like, get a job. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make this online thing work. Like, just let me cook. Like, I'm telling him, like, mom, just let me cook. And like, for the longest, she was on my ass. And then now it's so rewarding, especially from a foreign parent, for her to see, like, she's seen the checks come in. She's seen me give her money for certain things. She's like, okay, he's really doing this. And now me making this move to LA just solidified everything. Like, oh, he can afford to move to LA.
Yeah.
And now she's supporting me. So now she's like, go slay the dragons, get the coins, and come back. Like, she's like, I'm proud of you. And since I was a kid, she knew I was meant to do entertainment. Like, she even signed me up for Disney Channel auditions. Like, when I was in middle school. Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, I got it, but like, I got it like 3 years later.
Wait, you said you got it?
Like, I got the audition. Like, I applied.
Oh, gotcha.
And they finally hit me back, but by then I wasn't even interested. Yeah, that's like, I was like 9th grade. I wish I did it.
You were still young, 9th grade.
But like, I had a new personality. Like, you know, I just started playing football, so like my whole identity shift. I'm like, I'm not no kid actor.
Yeah,
Bro, kid actor. My mom literally got the audition email, came to my football practice, and interrupted the practice to take me to the audition.
Damn.
She came on the field, nephew, Disney Channel. Bro, like, I was a freshman. That she walked past the varsity team. They're like, whose mom is that? Talking about Disney Channel. I'm like, damn, bro.
That's funny.
Damn.
But shit, all the crazy shit that's been coming out about like child actors, maybe that was.
That's why I'm glad. Yeah. That's why I'm glad I ain't.
Move.
Yeah, I'll be a crasher.
No
but
cap.
I sidetracked. But yeah, she's very supportive. My father's supportive of it too. And I think they know what I'm about to be doing out there. They know I'm gonna be on the right path, and I'm gonna, make a name for myself, hopefully.
Yeah, I think parents just want the best for us, and they just need to see that proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? And see that you're serious. Because it's one thing if you tell them that, and then you're just, kind of at home, and like they don't really see not only no money coming in, but they're not even really see you working on it. But like when they see like, oh shit, like. I come into his room and he's working, and then I go to work, come back, and he's still working in the same spot.
Literally. And she, what's crazy though? She would see me working, but she didn't know I was working because it's on my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm blasting 100 DMs out to find new clients. She thinks I'm over here messing around. So it's like, it takes a certain level of like mental strength and just belief in yourself when you're in an environment where everybody's telling you to quit and you just keep going.
Bro, that's
It
what
it's hard. It's very hard. And I almost did quit. I'm not gonna lie. A couple times I have actually.
bro, and that's very real, bro. That's very real, especially like when you're an entrepreneur and you don't know what next week, next month, next quarter is gonna look like. Like it's crazy. Like I literally had a client. What was this like? Bro, it was on Halloween. I'll never like, bro. This was not that long ago. I'm literally at Halloween, about to go to El Rey with my boys. They had some happy hour. I'm over here juiced, all type of shit. Client texted me at like what 9:30 at night, basically talking about, oh yeah, like we basically want to cancel, da da da. You got to deal with churn. But literally the very next day was the podcast client that I was telling you about. So
Yeah.
like one client left, another one came, but like so like it's just so much chaos.
One door closed, another open.
It,
I know it
you
is.
know
It
what I
is
mean? It's
hectic. It's
just so
hectic.
it's just it's hectic, and it's not built for everybody.
Yeah.
So
Oh, for sure.
at all. So I was listening to this. I don't know that I should have put the podcast name on here.
I could probably tell you after I hear it.
Yeah, she asked you, is
It's probably
life is
firsties.
supposed to be fair? And your answer is we all play this game of life and we all playing at different modes, or we're playing it on different modes. Can you elaborate on that? I really want to touch on that concept.
100%. So like life is a game. If you really look at it, there's rules. If you follow the rules, there's cheat codes, certain cheat codes that can get you to level up. But you can be born in a certain mode. So that comes as your ethnicity, your religion, where you were born, where your parents are. Like a kid in Africa who has a single mother is not gonna have the same life as, someone who's white that was born in Washington, D.C. So that's what I say, like there's different levels, like there's different modes.
Mhm. Okay, different modes. So and how interpreted it was there are certain, even, how do I put it? You can be born in a certain mode, but there are certain modes that you could like choose to be. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
absolutely. I'm not saying that you get to be stuck there.
Oh yeah,
No, I'm just saying you're born into it.
born into
Yeah,
a certain mode.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just crazy. And I would say like entrepreneurship, like or people that got even taxing careers, like doctors, dentists, all that shit, like that's hard mode, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. And I salute those people that
Mm-hmm.
have those demanding careers.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
like every time I go to El Rey and I see somebody and they be like, oh, I'm in law school, I'm in med school, I'd be like, salute to you, because that could never be me,
Mm-hmm.
never be me. Like, oh my god, all the studying and all kind of shit and tests. I'm like, nah, bro.
But you know what's crazy though? To you, that's really hard. But imagine you told them the stuff you're doing. They're like, damn, that's really hard.
That
So like mode's even a perception thing. Like, cause somebody might like to read and study. So to them that's easy, but they don't like to do taxes or like do interviews. They don't like
yeah,
talking to people. So
or
this could
do
be hard.
content.
Or content, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
people be
like,
like, "Oh, I want to be on camera and stuff like that." And I'm like, bro, like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean? Like,
I'm like, I love the camera.
like, man. I mean, the main reason why I even did it, a video podcast, isn't even necessarily because like I wanted to be technically really on camera. Like I just seen the evolution of podcasting. I've seen a lot of shows they have that video element. I've been to different conferences that were mainly for beginners, and I mean I am. So I was
Mhm.
all right, let me go. And one thing they kept saying, it was like, yo, like if you're an audio only podcast, you might want to start pivoting into some video elements. And I'm like,
100%.
well, I'm glad I started in video. Now I don't have to worry about that. I got my team
Yeah.
to take care of me. So already ahead of the curve.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what made you want to take the unconventional entrepreneurship route?
If I'm being honest, I really didn't have a choice.
Really?
Bro, if you ask any of my friends, they have this inside joke where I'm known for having, like, when I was younger, I had so many jobs that I was
Yeah.
starting to just quit. Like within 2-3 months, I would quit. Like I can just name a couple: Panera, Five Guys, Best Buy, Target. At one point, I was a personal trainer. Like every time I got a job, bro, it's just something about me, someone telling me what to do, and it's just like, why would I make someone else richer when I could just do my own thing?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like,
Like build your own empire.
I couldn't do it, bro. So it's not even like I had a choice. I think it was just like destined that I was meant to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, like you would just show up to work and you'd be like, damn, this fucking sucks.
And
Like,
you know what sucked? I was a good employee. And that's what I hated. I was such a good employee, they'd give me more work.
yeah.
Instead of rewarding me, they're like, "Oh, Nebs is so good at, he did really good on the patties. Let's give him some more." I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, bro. Like I'm just trying to do my shift and dip."
Bro,
Like,
exactly. I'm just trying to do the bare minimum and dip, bro.
yeah.
And dip. Nah, 100%. Man, like I feel that 100%. Like I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like even when I started going to Howard, I just didn't know what I was gonna do. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
being honest, I just didn't know what it was
Same.
gonna be. I was
Yeah.
like, working for somebody just doesn't seem appealing. I've seen just different family members just talk about, oh, I've been at the same job for like 30 years. I'm like, 30 years?
Mm.
You've been doing the same thing for 30 years. I'm like, I'm 27. I ain't even hit 30 years of life, let
Yeah.
alone in work. So I was like, oh yeah, nah.
Man,
If
that's just
if
crazy.
if this is what it's like, I'd rather do the entrepreneurship route. Because at the end of the day, if it don't work, it just don't work. You know what I mean? Like it's like I fit to me it's really no risk, honestly. You know what I mean?
And I feel like with entrepreneurship too, like, I don't know, I kept, like, even when I was younger, I was just studying a lot of people who were successful. And a lot of them were never an employee.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not never, I'm saying like they were successful from the entrepreneurship.
Bro, yeah, exactly. Like
And yeah.
we got these iPhones. We got like everything that we use on a daily basis was built by somebody who just
Mm.
had an idea, built that infrastructure, scaled it to $1 billion. And you know, everybody doesn't. You don't have to even touch $1 billion. I heard you really only need like $50,000 a month in order to really do whatever the fuck you want when you want. You
That
know
I
what I mean?
believe.
So you don't have
I
to
feel
even
like
go.
after 50K, that rest of that money is like, I can only do so much. You have to reach that next
Yeah,
level above
exactly.
to
Like
like
it's like
200, 500K a month.
I'm saying, like the
Yeah.
amount of effort that you're gonna have to put to like get to that level to
Yeah.
like 4x your money compared to what it's gonna do to your life. It's not like your life is gonna 4x. It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna be doing the same stuff because you just have so much money.
Mm.
So like, you know what I mean? Like you don't even have to go balls to the wall. Let me be a billionaire to like really like just be financially free.
But I'll add this to this point. I didn't like working for someone, but it made my journey incredibly harder because I wish I kind of had got a job and just focused on my business on the side to grow it up.
Mm,
But like I just completely left the job and just went straight into the
bro.
business. And it makes it hard when you have to survive off your business.
Man, I got a friend that's
It
doing
make
that right now, and he's been telling me we talk. I'll probably talk to him on the phone for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, like once every week or so, and like we just chop it up about just like different shit. Like he left his job, he was like, "Bro, this shit ain't sweet out here. Like it's hard. Like when you really gotta like get it out the mud, and you don't really know when the next check is gonna
Mhm.
come, and you know what I'm saying? You got to do little bullshit things, side jobs or whatever, just to like pay the bills. He was telling me about that shit, and I was like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing you. Like, I'm hearing them. I still work full time, and I'm doing
As you should, bro.
what you said
Yeah, you should.
but I'm that's why like I graduated in 2020, right?
Yeah,
I would say that like COVID was probably one of the best things that like ever happened to
I
me,
agree.
and the reason why it was is because even though like at the time, like this is hindsight. Because at the time I was really like, I was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of depressed. That same friend I was just telling you about, I remember I called him in when was this? This was summer, like June, July.
Mhm.
And I didn't have a job after college. I was in the school of business. And like during the school of business, they kept telling me, like, bro, you're gonna be straight, you're gonna have a job, blah, 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 all this other shit. And I didn't. So I felt like a fucking failure, bro. Like, oh my God, I felt like a failure. And he was telling me, and I was like, bro, like everybody's lit, like, and it's COVID and I'm not doing shit. And he was like, bro, you need to understand that all these people are going on vacation and they're doing it on deck, bro. Don't
Yeah,
envy them.
yeah.
And at the time, I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't really know until like I didn't realize that people really did do that. And I'm like,
Bro, the internet shit, bro, it's
bro, the
I learned a
internet
while
shit
ago.
got to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I literally don't care about nobody's stories no more because it's like I don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
I'm saying, and like, bro, like, and like, as like now that was what 4 years going on, almost five. Like, I see, like, yeah, like, no, most people really do that. The concept of going on vacation on debt to me is crazy, but to other people, like, they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's regular. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what he told me. He was like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's regular for people to be in debt for some dumb shit like that. And I
No.
was like, wow. I mean, I didn't realize that, but damn, I was gonna make a point. Damn, what was you talking about before that?
You were talking about COVID and
Oh,
how it made you
COVID.
realize
Oh, because of
working.
the
Yeah, yeah.
because of the job. Yeah. So because of COVID, like when I came into the job market, like most of the roles was remote. And to this day, like I still work remote since 2020.
Fire.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's like, you know, they be telling me what to do. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I do what I gotta do, and then I do my hustle on the side. But like if I had to go to the office And I had internships and I hated having to do this. You would go knowing damn well you ain't got shit to do, or you only got 30 minutes to an hour worth of work, but you got to stand there and be there for 7 hours a day just acting fake busy. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? I hated that shit. So now I don't got to worry about that. Like folks, trying to, you know what I mean? And actually, for the longest time, I actually didn't post my clips over on LinkedIn because I didn't want,
It's your image.
exactly. I didn't want the my job to find out and have them be like, what are you doing? Da da da. But once what you called? Once my supervisor, he left. He went to a different company, and I remember he actually added me on LinkedIn. I accepted him now because like I'm like you gone. Like, I don't give a fuck. But now I'm to the point where it's like, bro, at this point, like if y'all fire me and make me just do it myself, like that's fine. Because I was able to save up a shit ton of money too, like working from home.
Yeah.
I lived with my parents the first like 4 months after graduation. So yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, bro. If I'd went back, I would have did that. But at the same time, though, me quitting the job and just doing strictly my business kind of after a while lit a fire in my ass. Like, all right, bro,
I'm
we're not seeing
saying.
nothing coming in. You got to change it up. There's something like, so it made me really step back and look at it. But really, there's no wrong way of doing it, bro. It's like you just have to know yourself. Do you
Yeah.
work better under pressure or do you work better comfortable? So it's like
I'm saying. I mean, shit.
people have to know themselves in order to like know like how they have to maneuver.
Yeah, it is. Like, and I've been trying to tell myself that it's like, yeah, even though you do have a job and you technically like are quote unquote comfortable, like don't get comfortable. So like recently, like I'm starting to like reinvest in different, coaching programs. I'm probably gonna pay somebody to like coach me on like podcasting and stuff. Not necessarily like a network, but more so like a
Yeah, like a
podcast
course,
coach.
maybe like a course or a program. Yeah,
Yeah, a course or
bro.
a
Trust me, bro.
program.
I've invested so much into bro. Trust me. I
Yeah,
know.
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all gonna pay off, and that's the crazy thing about like entrepreneurship shit. Because like you take this dollar and you gonna pay this coach, and you don't even know like what return you gonna get. Like obviously you want a return and you want to get the knowledge, skills, whatever you're trying to get out of it. But you know what I'm saying, it might not work out. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's a good return in of itself. You know why? Like I have a little saying. It's like even when something like that, something goes wrong, there's no L's. It's just lessons.
Bro,
Now you know, because now you understand what to look for, what questions to ask before you get the next program. Because I've gotten finessed. I've lost a lot of money off investing into coaches and shit.
yeah, man. I
E-commerce
have to.
courses, all that shit.
Man, I have to. That's why, like, sometimes it takes the money and takes like time to really like sift through the fake gurus and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've definitely been there. But what has been the best course, at least for you, that you've taken, or best skill that you've
I
invested
think
in?
that's a hard one because there's so many I still utilize to this day. Probably the one I'm in right now. He's almost like not even a life coach. He's more like a mentor where he kind of teaches you like how to kind of work with like law. It might sound woo woo. I don't know. I'm really crazy, but he teaches law of attraction.
Okay.
Yeah, and he lives in Dubai, and he tells us about his story about how he literally spent $30,000 that he didn't have. He used his grandpa's credit card. Boom, went to the program. You know Bob Proctor?
Of course.
Yeah, it was Bob Proctor's seminar.
Oh.
Yeah,
Damn.
and then 1 month later, he made $100,000 that next month. So from 0 to 100,000. I saw that. And I've been studying his YouTube videos for months, and I was finally like, you know what, I'm gonna invest into it. Let me see. Because I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in like manifestation and all those things.
Yeah. For the people that don't know, can you explain what the law of attraction is?
Yeah, so the law of attraction is basically like something that you want to attract to you. Because we usually tend to perceive as like we're chasing something, but really when you want something, you have to attract it, not kind of chase and go after it. So I don't know if that's a good description, but but like
Okay. So how have you implemented some of those teachings from that seminar to your business today?
I would say one of the biggest examples is me moving to Los Angeles. Like I literally I found this out the past 3 weeks that I was gonna be moving to Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah, like it's moving quick. Like I had an
That's quick as hell. You gotta leave like in 3 days. So within less than a month, like wow.
Yeah, bro. So it's kind of like I'm attracting not even like opportunities, but people that are on the same wavelength as me, like the same energy. I'm connecting with these people, and like they're giving me opportunities. So it's like I kind of set the intention on what I wanted, and then now I'm starting to see it come to me. But one thing is that I'm starting to notice, especially like with manifesting law of attraction, is like you're gonna get tested.
Damn.
You're gonna get tested for sure. Like even today, I told you I had to put out some storms before I even came here.
Yeah.
Like me and my boys, like I know y'all are watching this. Like we've been getting tested for this move, bro. And we're not folding. We're starting to reap the rewards of it. Yeah, and it's crazy.
Bro, you can't fail that test, man. Like you
Can't.
entrepreneurship is going to test you, and you can't. It just weeds out the people that can't get tested. I was just telling you about like this podcast and shit. I told myself when I started this podcast, I'm like, bro, give it 2 years. If you don't like it after 2 years, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But like, I know that this is the long game, and most businesses are the long game. But
Yeah.
like, you got to give it time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everybody's trying to get that quick buck, and it's just not like that, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Even more, sometimes it's more than 2 years.
Yeah, I give myself 2. So
Yeah, that's your number. Yeah, your number. Okay.
So my rationale for the 2, not even for the 2 years. I have a feeling that like this will blow up by 2 years for sure. But I started this mainly because it's actually from a program. We were just talking about a program. I spent like almost 10 bands on a program, and I was gonna pivot my whole business, do a bunch of bullshit with like accountants and whatnot. And I remember they had me like they wanted me to make content and run ads to a page to get clients and whatnot. And I told them about like I was kind of struggling to get up and make content. They was like, yo, what if you just do podcast interviews with your clients? So I was like, all right, cool. So the very first interview that I did on my page, like I was just doing that with the intention of it being part of the program. But then I remember I was listening to Alex Ramosi. He was talking about like, bro, if the best thing happens, then what? And so I was like, okay, if I start working with accountants, and I was just like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even want to do this shit. Like I literally was waking up every day, like not wanting to get out of bed because like I knew that I was gonna have to make this content that I really didn't want to make. And so then I was like, all right, what do I want to do then? And I was like, oh, you know, that podcast shit that you did like a week ago was kind of cool. Like, what if you just made that the main thing? And I was like, all right, cool. Well, let's do it then. So I just went full throttle with that. And you know what I'm saying? Because it was cool. And, you know, I was passionate about it. Like, I enjoy doing these interviews. And so I was like, I'm going to give myself 2 years. And if I look back in 2 years and I'm like, I genuinely just don't like doing this anymore, I'm like,
Then stop.
Then just stop.
And you know what's crazy? Since we were just talking about law of attraction and manifestation, one of the biggest things he talks about is like, pick something you're really passionate about. Because you're going to be at a lower vibration. Like say you pick something because you think it's going to make money. Like I know you've probably tried a bunch of businesses. I've tried e-commerce. I've tried the Amazon shit.
Drop shipping, I'm sure.
And none of them made money, but not because I was doing it wrong. It's because I wasn't passionate about it.
Facts.
Because like even when you're over there on the laptop typing it out, you're mad. You're like, why am I even doing this? It's not about to work. Compared to doing something you genuinely love, you happy. Even if it makes money or not, you happy. Like, oh, I'm editing this video. I like it. Like no matter what, you're not attached to the result. That's what's going to hit.
Bro, we was just talking about, I think I said this off camera, like when I dropped the Juices episode, a lot of people was like, people I didn't even know, talking about, oh my goodness, this was a good podcast, And it makes me feel good when people do that and take the time to watch my show. And I don't make no money off of this.
Yeah.
I operate at a deficit month over month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
For
that
now.
still
For
get
now.
yeah, exactly for now. But that still gives me way more joy than if I had did some like, oh, some accountant paid me $5,000 to run his ads or whatever the fuck. Like, nah, bro. Nah, this is way better. Way better. So I'm glad I stuck to this lane. And I've been able to meet so many just dope individuals and people doing dope shit. I met you through doing the podcast.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And I just started, so it's gonna be cool.
No, I'm excited for you, bro. That's lit.
It's gonna be cool, man. So I can't believe we went this long without talking about this, bro. You're a comedian,
Yeah.
bro. Talk about how'd you get into comedy, bro?
Yeah, bro. So I've been doing comedy for like a year now, almost a year and 2 months. And bro, since I was young, I've always been a funny dude. Like in high school, college, middle school, I was the one motherfucking class acting up, getting kicked out, fucking with the teacher. But like, I think it's so funny that I'm doing comedy now because I literally dreamt of it since I was young.
Really?
Yeah, like even when I was in middle school, I was like, bro, you should do stand-up comedy. Were you funny and shit? Like I'd be roasting niggas in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
But like I was like, now that I'm older, I got out of college. I'm like, why not pursue it? Like you live one life, and like I've already opened up. I've already done like 30-minute headlining show, which is unheard of your first year. Like that's something people do their fifth year. Like some veteran stuff haven't had a headlining shows.
Oh wow.
I'm opening up for Gary Owens.
Okay.
If you know who that is.
No, I'm not really into the comedy scene.
He's done films with Kevin Hart. He's like the white dude from Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was in Daddy Daycare, Low Man.
Okay.
I open up for him in West Virginia, November 24th. Get your tickets.
Good shit,
Link
bro.
in my Instagram. But yeah, so
how does it even work being in comedy, bro? Like, what do you just wake up one day and be like, I'm a comedian? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get started?
You start going to open mics. Honestly, it started off with me going to watch Well, honestly, I actually didn't start 2 years ago, if I'm being honest. I did my first open mic when I was 18, and it wasn't even an open mic. It was me performing for this whole school, of an auditorium of 500 people. And I was so delusionally confident that I was a funny nigga. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna write nothing. I'm just gonna go up on stage. They're gonna eat it up. They're gonna laugh. Bro, 5 minutes of silence. That shit humbled me so quick. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing comedy no more. I'm good. I left that shit. I went to college, forgot about it. And then I guess I came back to me when like I'm older. I'm like, okay, let me try this shit again. But then prepared, more serious.
So, bro, 5 minutes of silence, man. Like, what is it like standing on stage and people are just not laughing? People are just like, you know, that Sponge. Like, I'm sure you've seen SpongeBob, like when they were in the Krusty Krab, and they were just like
Krusty Krab.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been doing impressions too. I can do a SpongeBob impression.
Really?
Yeah, I can do
Let's
it.
see
Man.
it.
What, you want me to do it right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really feel like it. Nah.
Sorry, now.
Bro, how do y'all learn how to do this?
Yeah.
Man. But back to my question, like, how does it feel to, like, just stand on stage and, like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you even do in that instance?
I'm not gonna lie. There's
going?
been instances, yeah, you gotta keep going. I mean, like, you have to keep going. I mean, at least me, I have no option. I'm just gonna finish my set and get off. But like, you'll either black out, not like really black out, but you'll just like run through your set and you'll get off stage like, what the fuck just happened? But like that shit is like, it's so embarrassing. You can't even explain, bro. The fact everybody's just staring at you and listening to your words and are giving you no reaction. Because comedy is very different from music because let's say you're a new music artist, you're just gonna go perform, you open up, you got your music still playing, you can still have that high energy. But as a comedian, you're getting instant feedback. If nobody's laughing, your confidence is slowly going lower and lower. You're like, oh my God, I'm not funny. You just start having that internal dialogue. Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard to explain. I honestly recommend everybody should go to an open mic and perform at least once in their life.
Like to perform?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just once in their life, just to see how it feels. Because then y'all will stop judging these damn comedians. Bro, I be reading comments like, I'm way funnier. Like to other comedians, like, I could do this. That he's not even that funny.
Oh shit.
Strong ass. So that boy been lifting too much.
Like, wait, hold on.
No, boy.
Yo.
He said, get me that.
I'm sick I did this mid-show.
No, you're good.
You just twist it back on? Oh. Damn, what was we talking about?
Comedy.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
comedy. You was talking about, like, bro, but like, what if people, I mean, I feel like if you,
Well, let me be
don't
fair.
know.
If you're someone who has a speaking role, so if you have a business where you got to speak and present, or like you, a podcast host, I think you should go up and do it because it makes you very vulnerable and like it makes you make your speaking abilities like way sharper. Like when you're on stage, you know they're gonna pay attention to every word you're saying.
everywhere.
So it's gonna transition over to like when you're somewhere else.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking speech classes soon to like improve like my interview skills, my dialect, all that stuff.
I love that, bro. You always improving. I like
Bro,
that.
I'm trying. That's
what it's
it's
about.
called Alex Mosey has this saying. It's called the S. You know how people call it the S&P 500? He calls it the SME.
SME 500. I've seen it, yeah.
SME. So that's what I've been doing recently. I've been trying to look at different things to improve.
Absolutely, bro.
So I was asking you, I was like, bro, like put me on. What is something that you went to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In terms of so when you're on stage, is it improv? Do you have a routine that you just run through every time? Like how does that go?
So I have a set of jokes that I have. I actually need to write some more because I need to run it up a little bit. But I have a set of jokes that I have, and usually what I do is I'll get to the venue and look at the crowd and see what jokes I think would make that crowd laugh. Because a comedian is almost like a DJ. You're not gonna play the same music for a black crowd you would for a white crowd. You know what I mean? The same thing with jokes. So it's a fine line of creating jokes that I like, and I also know is gonna make the audience relatable and laugh. So like,
okay. So what makes a good joke? It seems like
I like that. There's lots of different styles of comedy. Shock value is usually good. Like misleading people. Like Dave Chappelle's the king of that. Like he'll take you into a story and he'll think you're gonna lead you here, but he just boom transitions to something else. So like shock is really good. Impersonations, that's like my style. I like doing impersonations. So like I'll do stories with like accents and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like my favorite was my Asian lady. She's so good. And she's so had to get the fried right with it.
Yeah, good impersonation definitely do hit.
Yeah, because it gives them a character in the story and they can relate to it.
I'm saying.
You know what I mean? They visualize it. Yeah, there's lots of different styles of comedy, but but a good joke though has to have a premise. Well, it has to have a setup and a punchline and a good premise. So like you build it up and then you hit them with a joke.
Cool. I'm going to study that. Just
Bro.
the art of storytelling.
Bro, comedy, I thought comedy was just motherfuckers on stage making you laugh, but it's actually an art form and a formula. So if you study it, you would admire comedians a lot more because you see what they're doing as they're doing it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, he's at this part of it. And it's like this part, okay, we're at the climax and like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
okay.
no, I'm being so serious, bro. It's like almost like a piano, it's so weird, bro. It's like you see it and like you admire it way more now.
Yeah. So now that you are in comedy, well, you've been in comedy, when you watch other comedians, are you able to like sit there and actually just enjoy it, or are you sitting there like, and you have to analyze? Like, he missed that joke.
I analyze the fuck out of it. I honestly don't watch comedians that much anymore. Not because of that, but because I don't want to accidentally steal their jokes. Like subconsciously, I might hear the joke, and then months later, I'm writing, and it might be kind of similar to their joke. So I just try to like.
You don't ever draw inspiration from somebody's joke. You're like, oh, I could probably tell that joke, but I probably tell it this way. Let me just change this.
Oh, of course. But like, I usually get inspiration just from everyday life. Like just from interacting with people or like my friends will say some funny shit. But I try not to take jokes, like even the premise from another comedian if it's too similar.
Got you. Yeah, I was just about to ask like where you get your jokes from. It's just what life experiences and you just go from there.
Yeah, like one example is my boy I was in LA with, because I just came back from LA. He had this like dating app. It was called Hinge. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, he showed me that joint. It was just baddies all there. He's like fire, mid, fire. And then I'm like, bro, what is that? He's like, bro, it's Hinge. I'm like, oh, word. So I downloaded it.
Yeah.
And then I downloaded, and I think there's something wrong with my app because I didn't. The algorithm was not algorithming.
They were testing you. They was like, how bad do you want it? How many swipes are you going to give us till we give you the bad?
All I seen was gargoyles and refrigerators on there. I was like, I emailed support. I'm being so serious. I'll show you the email. I emailed support like, yo, why is there's something wrong with my app? Why does it look like this?
Yo, what did they say back to you, bro?
They didn't respond. They had the automatic email. You'll be in contact in 72 hours.
Yeah.
But,
oh my God.
But yeah, like life experiences like that. And then I had a joke where I talk about that. And then in the joke, like I'm trying to make it a little more sophisticated too. Like I talk about how beauty, I'm like, I said, my boy, I asked him like, bro, why are all the bitches men on my shit? And then he's like, they match you based on like what they think you're most compatible with. I'm like, bro, I am not in the same league as Tanvia with a unibrow from India. This is not right. And the joke goes into how like, what if beauty's subjective? Like, what if we perceive ourselves as more attractive than we really are?
I feel like everybody does that.
You know what I mean? Or the opposite. What if someone attractive perceives themselves as less attractive? And then, except fat people, we universally agree if you're fat, you're not. Subjective still. Subjective. But I'm just saying, I don't think anybody has a fat guy on their vision board. I'm just saying.
Heard it here first.
I used to be fat, by the way, so I can say that. I was like,
really?
Bro, I was like 260 at this height.
Really?
Yeah, I was fat.
God damn.
I still got the loose skin. So y'all can't be like, he hating on fat people.
Well, what age did you start losing the weight and how'd you do it?
Like 18. It was sports for football. Like high school, my senior year of high school, I had like a little glow up. I started playing football, wrestling, and track. Cause after I got injured my junior year. I was a lineman. I'm like, why am I still big? I'm like, might as well cut down. So I just lost all the weight and plus that's when you start dating. Like, you know, high school is when you start taking girls a little more serious. Yeah. I was like, I want to start dating, you know, and some of the better looking girls.
Yeah, he was like, niggas got to slim down.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so he gets her and he looks like that. Okay, I look like this, so I get that. Okay, so I gotta look like that. That was just a simple math.
He started doing the formula.
Math. I was like, I gotta look like that.
It's like, I'm a little big, you know what I'm saying? But if I get to okay.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So I locked in and yeah.
That's what's up. That's key. Hey, proud of you, bro. Like that's major. You lost. Looks like you lost probably like 100 pounds or something.
Yeah, like 90 to 100 pounds.
Did you have to get like your like
loose skin? Yeah. I actually didn't have that much. Actually, I had some loose skin, but I started working with this one girl here in DC. She does like skin tightness stuff, and that's just working fire.
Like you don't have to get surgery for it?
Nah. And if I put on enough muscle, it's gonna tighten it up too.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Collagen. Take your collagen, people at home. Collagen helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in with the collagen for sure. Yeah,
I'm on a little rant. My bad.
No, we good. I'm trying to find the next question. So good. Oh yeah, on the topic of comedy. So, are you still gonna do that once you move to LA, or like where are you at with comedy?
100. I'm gonna go way harder with it when I get to LA.
Okay.
Because
Makes sense.
Yeah, because they got the Comedy Store in LA, which is the mecca of like one of the first comedy stores like in the US.
Mm.
And I actually went there like when I was in LA a couple weeks ago. I did a couple mics,
Mm.
and the owners, surprisingly enough, loved me, bro. Like one of the owners was like, bro, anytime you're back out here, come here. But in DC, bro, for some reason I have an issue getting on like those higher end mics.
Okay.
And I noticed out here it's a politics thing.
Okay. In terms
Like-
of like who you know.
Who do you know, and like, do they like you? And I'm never here, so like I don't have time to make the connections with like a lot of the club owners here. But it's a lot of politics, bro.
That's crazy. I would think that LA is way more
Way harder, right?
Yeah.
And I'll say this: the only caveat is, when I go to LA, I'm more exotic because I'm from DC. Like, oh, he's from DC. Oh my God, Dave Chappelle's from DC. Martin Lawrence. Oh my God, Samuel Jackson. But when I'm in DC, I'm from DC. They're like, oh, it's another.
Yeah, it's just
You know what I mean? So that might be a little bit of it too. But you would think it's the opposite, right? It's crazy. It's part of the reason why I'm moving out there, though.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. And in terms of like your like, do you still make your own content, like your own channel, or how's
So
that?
I'm not gonna lie, I took a break. The past couple months, I've really been helping a lot of people grow their brands and just figuring out. I don't want to start posting content again unless I know I can be very consistent at it.
Yeah,
Because me posting once every other week is like I'm not really.
exactly.
I might as well start, go hard for 3-4 months, and then take a break.
Okay.
So once I get to LA, it's gonna
Okay.
a lot of things are gonna start rolling.
Facts. What
Yeah.
type of content you gonna do? Your
Skits. I'm gonna get into
skits
skits.
again? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing the skits and funny stuff because I got the best reactions. You probably saw my page. Like I posted some motivational stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't get that much engagement, bro.
Bro, people just want to laugh, man. That's why we on social media scrolling. Everybody just wants to be entertained, and who doesn't like to laugh, bro? Come on.
Not even entertained, but I feel like people want to get distracted.
That too. I mean, that
Because
too.
you know what I noticed? The motivational stuff, I feel like it just reminds people like, damn, maybe I'm not really on my shit.
Yeah.
And they don't want to see that. They want to be on their phone giggling and having fun, which I get. So I gotta pivot. Like I'm gonna attract them in with the laughter stuff. And then once I build my platform a little bigger, I'm transitioning it to like being some motivational, like some Nipsey Hustle type time. Like, you know, use the music instead of music comedy to like attract people.
Yeah, shout out
And
Nip,
that motivation.
man.
Yeah, no cap.
I ain't even really been looking at this, but like
We've been going.
But
Like, we've been cooking. Yeah, we've been segueing.
I really crushed a lot of the stuff that like we already talked about.
Buy your cups today at beyondordinary.com.
I ain't selling merch till I'm,
Yeah,
so
a
I'm
little
really
bit
like
more,
that.
yeah.
Like I see people that be doing merch, and I'm like,
Not yet. Yeah.
not yet. Like I think that I'm really just trying to build the audience. Really, you know what I mean? Build the audience, build the show, and then eventually like do merch. I'm not trying to.
And bro, once you build an audience, like I said, I'm in the marketing space. I've seen it all.
Yeah,
You can do whatever you want.
bro.
One of my boys, personal trainer, has a protein cereal company.
A protein what? A
Protein cereal company.
Okay.
So once you have a platform, whatever product you put out, if it fits with your brand and people like you, they're gonna buy it.
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, what am I going to, I guess, sell? But I mean, my goal is really just to put out good content. You know what I mean? I think
And
everybody
keep it
is
like
trying
that.
to like figure out like the viral formula, but at the end of the day, just put out good content. Like if your content's just bad or it looks bad or you're not talking about shit or you're just saying anything, it's like, bro.
That, not even good content and genuine content.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people, bro, it's crazy, bro. I don't know if it's an intuition thing, but people can tell when you're being genuine through the phone.
Really?
Bro,
Yeah.
people can tell, and it's crazy to me. Like, I
Off
don't
a
know.
single scroll? Like say like
No,
somebody
not off a
came-
single scroll. If they're scrolling through your page, like they can kind of tell if it's like if someone's a persona page or if that's really them and they actually love the topic they're talking, like the thing they're doing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's for me. That's why I was like, bro, like it honestly, even my interview style, it kind of shifts depending on who I have. Like
As it should. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like the conversation, the way we're talking now is not gonna be the same way when I bring on somebody else who
Like an
is-
artist or
yeah,
something.
like either an
Yeah.
artist or somebody who I don't know lives in Wisconsin and has a farm or something. Just a crazy example. I wouldn't interview
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
like that, but just like the demographic shift. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like you're doing dope stuff and it's cool and like I want to have a conversation with you, but the way I go about it is not going to be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
You got to learn
exactly.
how to just code switch for sure.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So hopefully when people see this, they don't think, oh, like you was acting mad professional and you wasn't being genuine. It's like, bro, like
No,
I'm not-
you was yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
can feel it.
yeah.
No, they're gonna feel it too, bro.
yeah. I'm glad. I hope people see the genuineness. I'm never. That's why I think one person actually asked that I asked to come on. They was gonna be like they asked if it was a paid opportunity, and for me, I don't want to.
Wait. They were gonna get paid?
Yeah, they want me to pay them to come onto my show, and I was just like, And I was like, bro,
Not yet.
I
Like
don't
not
want-
this stage. You got to see the vision out. Like
you know
hop
what I
on
mean? And for me, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that just because I don't
Yeah.
want it to be
Yeah,
a
you shouldn't.
transaction,
You
bro.
shouldn't.
I don't want someone to come on and be like, all right, like we go say like we go over 5 minutes. They're like, okay, bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like you only, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you didn't talk about my product or what I gotta say. It's like, bro, fuck all that. Like, come
Mhm.
on, have a conversation, and that's it. And if you don't want to do that, that's cool. Ask the next person. Like, I am not pressed.
Like you know who does a really good job of that?
Who?
Kai Cenat.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Yeah, all
saying.
these celebrities. If anything, they're paying him to get on his stream now.
Oh, they 100%.
But it didn't
do.
start like that though. But like it's crazy to me that like if you just build an audience, people are gonna come to you. You don't gotta pay them nothing. They're gonna see the vision and help be with you and like.
Bro, and I'm saying, and I really want, like, I'm glad you brought that up because I was watching this, I was watching a video about like how kind of streamers have changed like the music industry and how like they're trying to get like how these rappers are trying to get on stream. And if you really think about it, bro, like if you really think about it, and I don't mean this in insulting at all, but like Kai Cenat is really just like he's just anybody. Like when I say anybody, I mean like he was a regular dude that said, I just want to pick up a camera and then just be myself. And then blew up. You know what I mean? It's not like he like
That's what I'm about to get into. That's
Yeah,
actually
feel
one of
me?
the things we're doing in the content house. We're all gonna be streaming
streaming. Y'all gonna be on Twitch with it?
Twitch and Kick.
Yeah, definitely be on Kick because I don't know the rules that they got for on Twitch, bro.
Yeah, we'll probably do like an hour a day on Twitch and then transition to Kick.
Yeah,
But we see the vision in it because of like how these big streamers are popping off just for
Yeah,
being
bro.
themselves. And like when they first started, their lifestyle wasn't even that crazy, but now their lifestyle is crazy. So
Exactly.
it's entertaining. They got rappers and stuff.
exactly.
But if you can start off already being entertaining without the crazy lifestyle and it's only gonna get bigger, that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, and I actually think that like content in general is really just shifting to streaming. I mean, there's this one creator, his name's Taekwondo, and he like I watched this stuff I think in 2021, 2022, but he don't really post on his YouTube no more, and I know he'd be on Twitch. I'm not a big person to just sit there and watch somebody stream.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't
I'm not either.
yeah, like I don't watch his stuff, his streams anymore, but like I think that definitely streaming, like getting on that wave.
And
yeah.
you know what's dope too? You remember how we talked about earlier, posting every day?
Yeah.
Streaming is perfect because you stream 1 hour a day. You hire an editor, they clip up the stream, post it on your account for you.
Yeah.
So not only and you post that stream on YouTube. So like just by having one stream, you just knocked out 4 or 5 platforms.
Exactly. Yeah. Repurposing content is definitely key.
And you don't
why-
gotta edit it, nothing. You just turn on the camera.
Yeah, just turn on the
And,
camera.
like it's just the most logical. If somebody really wants to blow up in 2025, streaming is probably like gonna be the gateway to it.
I mean, a lot of people. The thing about streaming is you got to be entertaining.
You have to be
gotta-
entertaining. That's the only thing. Like
Yeah.
it's not for everybody, but like
Like
yeah.
if you just not really doing anything. Like you would probably have to like if you were just like a regular everyday person, you'd have to like damn near be like Mr. Beast with it and be like, all right, what
Or-
am I gonna do that's interesting today?
Or sketch.
You said what?
Or like sketch, you know, the streamer sketch.
I haven't heard of it.
Brother. You ever
Okay.
seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah. Do you actually?
Hell no.
Okay.
You said you want to be genuine.
he's like, I'll fuck with you for that. No, so he's a true streamer. He's like, I don't know if he has mental disabilities or not, but like he blew up. Like he's like a regular dude. He wears these big glasses. He just blew up. And
Okay.
he's not, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I don't find him that entertaining. But
Definitely biased.
like, yeah, I probably am biased. He blew up. He's famous.
Right.
Sketch if you're seeing this. I didn't mean that, brother.
Oh man. All right, bro. We come to the end of the interview. I want to ask you, what are some final words you want to leave the audience with?
Yeah. First of all, follow me on Instagram at nebs.a. But for those of y'all that are like pursuing your dreams, you guys are on your journey of trying to achieve big stuff, you got to accept it's going to be hard because if it was easy, everybody would do it. So no matter where you're at in the journey, just don't stop and eventually you will get it. And keep God first.
Absolutely. Definitely love that. All right, Nebu. It was great having you. Glad you could jump on the pod right before you dipped to LA. I know you just said it just now, but can you let the people know where they can find you at, all your handles, where whatever you want to plug?
Yeah, Instagram at nebs.a. And then my YouTube is Nebs. And if you're looking for some motivational content, I have another YouTube channel I just started called No Excuses Be Savage. Check me out on there.
All right, y'all. There you have it. Another great interview with a great guest to hopefully inspire y'all to be the same. Till next time, peace.